Hello everyone, welcome to the advanced tutorial of Frozen Hillside Slick Star. This is on the Kirby Air Ride All Tracks advanced tutorial series that I'm making right now. This is the fourth track consecutively and the fourth one that I'm recording. This is the only one I'm going to be doing with Slick Star here. So I'm going to be talking about all the strats in this tutorial, breaking it down. But first we're going to watch through the video, then we're going to come back and we're going to break it down. So here we go. So here we go, Frozen Hillside. I'm going to be starting off here. This is the other track that I don't zoom out on. So I'm going to be starting out here by holding A only up until it lets me go. As soon as it says start, I'm going to let go. And my charge won't be all the way filled up. It'll be around here, maybe 3/4 of the gauge. And I'm just going to let go there. So then I'm just going to go straight here. I'm going to move slightly left. I'm going to go down this platform that rises up, this yellow one. And I want to get to the edge of it here. I want to get to the left of it here. And basically, I want to fly off here. And as soon as I fly off, I want to hold left. Or I want to get perpendicular to this wall here. And then I want to start holding A. And I want to basically go past the wall and then shoot out. So that brings us to the main mechanic of Slick Star, which basically Slick Star works how when you're charging, you can move Kirby any direction except for too far behind you. If you hold too far behind you, it will slow down and he'll stop. But if you're charging, you can move all the way 90 degrees right or 90 degrees left. You can move anywhere in between that, basically, and move Kirby around and you won't lose any speed. Then when you let go of A, if you're pointing it in a new direction, you will shoot out in that direction. And that's what I did there. I started holding A while I was going in the direction down that wall. And then I turned Kirby. So basically he was facing at the wall. So when I went past the wall, I let go of the A button and he went past it. So then I'm going to be doing that again here. I'm going to turn right. I'm going to start holding A and then turn right. And then let go, and then start holding A again, and then hold left, and then let go, and basically just go along this, along these walls, like zigging in and out, and basically hugging the walls. Doing the same thing here, but turning left, let go, hold it again, and then turn right, and then let go again. Now right here, it's very good to be careful of where you let go. You want to let go basically pointed at that sign. You don't want to be too close to this fire elephant. If you grab this fire elephant, you won't be able to get the fastest strat, which is the sword guy that is up here. So you want to shoot through here, making sure to not shoot into the wall, but trying to shoot close enough to the wall so you save a little bit of time. So shoot again, but this time not as soon as the wall ends, like right down the middle here. Because what you want to do here is you want to do what we call snaking. It's not exactly what most people would think when they think of snaking is, like within, like, you know, F-Zero GX or other racing games, but it's the only term that we really thought of that is able to encapsulate exactly what we're doing so that much. But basically what we do is we hold A, turn right, and then turn left, and as soon as the gauge charges up, we let go. So basically we're just like spamming our charges, and we do that by turning left and right and going back and forth. Basically on this first one here, I start doing it as soon as I go past that wall, but I do it far enough left so when I go over the switch, I press A. When you go over these switches, it turns off these lasers. And then also it's far enough away from this flame elephant, so you don't want to hit him. So then once the lasers are off and you're past the flame elephant, you're free to keep on snaking, for lack of a better term. And then basically you want to let go of your snake about like right onto this ramp. About 3 snakes will be able to let you do that, but if you're able to get like 4 quick snakes out, you're able to do it as well. It's just something that you have to practice, and you also have to practice your timing to getting all the way back, looking forward as soon as the gauge fills up. It's hard, but it will come with, you know, practice. So then once we get to this part, up the ramp, this ice part again, you're going to grab the swordsman, the first swordsman that you see, and then you're going to get into this left lane as quick as possible. So then it's hard to kind of see a visual cue for this part, but basically right there, when it starts like really turning, when you really see the turn in this rail, like right around here, this is what I personally do, and there's a lot of different setups for this. You could do this basically on any of these rails. I seem to feel that this third rail to the right is the easiest to do this first one on. And this is going to be one of the biggest tricks in this level here, is this one I'm about to do. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get into position here. You could do it on any other rail that you see fit. If you see that another rail you're able to do it better with, that's fine. So let's explain what it is. So as soon as I go over the white, as soon as the white is under me, I charge, let go, charge, let go. I do 2 charge and boosts, right? Once I get up here, I start holding A and I start turning until right about there. I have to basically snap to the perfect angle. And I'll explain exactly why in a second, but there you go. Get my angle and then let go of right. So get my angle, and then basically when I have that nice angle, I'll slide right into that boost tower, and then into the second one, and into the third one. So this part, you can break out of this charge. I call this the big hillside charge, or whatever you want to call it, but you could break out of this by hitting one of these walls. If you're like having a nice side charge down here, you can hit that part of that wall right there, and it'll break you out, and it'll break your charge. So whatever direction you're holding, you will go, because your charge will stop. So you'll be going in whatever direction. And unfortunately, we're looking straight at the other side of this pathway, so we will run straight into that invisible wall. You don't want that happening. It sucks. So what we want to do is, it's going to take a while for you to like get your muscle memory to get this perfect angle right off the bat. But once you get it, it's going to be a really good thing. You're going to go through here, and you don't want to move your angle too much while you're going down this big side charge. The reason why is because it's not too important here on this first lap, but if you do it too much on the second and third lap, you'll waste time, and one of the enemies will hit you. The sword enemy specifically, and I'll make sure to point that out on the second lap. But you also still don't want to do it because it will lose a little bit of a time. But if you are in a really bad angle and you think, maybe on this first lap, you think you could fix it a little bit, go for it. It might help you out. It just takes experience to know exactly how to do it. So you're going to go through here, right here, a little, maybe a little bit more. You have a tiny, tiny window to let go. You want to let go of A and hold it again. You got to do the double tap. You got to let go and then tap real quick. And then you want to hold right. So basically Kirby keeps his momentum going left, and then he'll run into that wall but go right past it. And then you'll like slide past that part, cut through that ice, and then you can start holding right again and then let go of your charge and start charging again. Do a snake here. Do another snake, do a third snake. So let's go over that part once more because I know it's pretty confusing. This part is very frame sensitive. If to get a really good level, you have to do this all 3 laps 3 times. This part could be a pain in the ass. It's pretty tough to learn, but once you get it down, you could get it pretty consistent. So we're gonna go through here, let go as soon as that opening happens. Then you're gonna start holding right. And then you're gonna like kind of go diagonal into this ice here. Then you're gonna cut through that. Don't let go right here because you'll hit this grate, and then you'll have to, you'll get shot to the right. You got to get past this grate and then let go, and then cut, and then then I tap A a little bit to get my position. I cut through that dale. I go forward, and then what I do right there is I do a snake and I boost like off that little part onto the rail. I did it a little early, but basically what you want to do kind of is like let go your boost like right there usually, and then you'll like fly into that bridge, and then you want to do it again but off of that bridge. And then you want to start when you're flying off of that bridge, you want to start holding right and go towards this turn, and you want to hit A, stomp on the ground with slick, and then tap A a little bit. Right around the middle here, you want to start charging again, turn right, let go of your charge, turn right, let go of your charge, turn right, and do it a couple times. And then you want to let go. Then you want to shoot out around here. In the middle of this downward slope, you want to start charging again, hold to the right, turn left, let go, start charging again, hold to the left, and then hold it out a little bit. So you run into that chili, and since you're holding A, you'll immediately suck him up. So you'll grab him, you'll have the ice power up, you'll shoot out around that corner. Now, right around here, what you want to do is you want to tap A like a madman around this corner specifically. You want to tap A around this. That'll keep your momentum. So you'll ice through that guy. Okay, now this part can trip you up a lot. This part is sketchy. You want to start holding left again and start tapping against this left turn. But if you tap against it too much, it will like kind of flip you up. You'll go, I'll show you with my mouse. You'll go up here and you'll like fall here, and you'll like lose all your momentum, and then you have to start snaking to regain your momentum. It's good. It'll like literally throw you up. It's weird. You got to watch out for that. So I only moderately tap around this turn. I make sure to not tap like a madman around this turn like I did on the other turn. So then you want to get past this. You want to go right here at the end, like right here, between the end of this purple arrow and the end of the green box, because you want to hit A as you go past it. And then as soon as you go past it, you want to start your charge, turn left, and you want to snap to the perfect angle. And this angle isn't as precise as the other big ice hill, by the way. And then you want to hit those 2 arrows. You want to hit these 2 green arrows here. So you want to bam, bam. While all still holding A, then you'll go over that little, those little staircases again. And then as soon as this opens up, let go of A. Now, that's going to take you a little bit of time to get the timing down, but this strat is nowhere as near as hard as the ice mountain. At least I don't find it as hard. You're going to let go around here. Now, if you get that good, if you're able to let go after that wall, and you didn't hit this wall to the right and you still have a lot of speed, you could start charging again here and hold left. And once again, your momentum will carry you like into this wall, past that wall, kind of like it did with that cave back on that first lap. And then basically what you want to do is boost kind of like diagonal to this wall, and then let go of your boost and then start charging right again, and then go past it, and then let go your boost, start charging again, and hold right, and you could kind of like shoot off at a diagonal into this wall, into those enemies, because since you have the ice, you'll just plow right through them. So then you want to let go as soon as this one ends, and then do it again, just like we did in the first lap. If you're going fast and your ice, you know, this will take a little experience to know when your ice is actually going to run out, because of course the ice runs on a timer like most of the power-ups in this game. You want to aim for those two fire elephants. The reason why is because you'll shoot out and then you'll do a quick snake and then you'll boost into them. If you hit both of them, you could snap into this nice angle right here, and you'll basically just like fly down here. Then you could like let go of your boost as soon as this ramp starts building up. So if you only hit one of them, it's faster to just snake after it. But if you like side charge into both of them, you could just let that side charge run out, or you could just you could just let it go and you know, just fly down that alleyway. So there we go. We get to this part now. Boost here, or like I said, boost into that upgoing ramp. Get onto this far left red rail. Now, this time, when it starts turning again, you want to go all the way to this right rail. This far right rail. Then you want to, you know, do the boosts again. The two boosts back to back. Now, you're going to go here. And now you have to wait a little longer than we did on the first lap. Remember in the first lap, I snapped to my angle right away. This time I'm going to wait a little bit and then start charging right around here, like a little bit before this boost. The reason why that you do that is because if you wait a little bit and then start your angle, then start turning yourself right into your angle to do the side hill charge, you'll get this sword guy every time. And that's what you need, of course, to break the ice wall that's in the cave. So remember, wait a little bit longer than you usually do. Grab that guy. Get in your good angle too. Once you get that guy, I feel like a lot of the time it's pretty hard to, you know, hit this part of the wall, you know, right behind the record and break out like you do in the first lap, or like I do in the first lap a lot. So you'll grab that guy, you'll go through here, let go as soon as you get into the cave, start holding right again, and then let go right past that grate, start turning again, do your snakes. I usually do 3 snakes in there. You could do 2 snakes, but I do 3 snakes to keep my angle. So then boost off the bridge, start tapping right, then do your strats down that stairwell. Okay, so now what we want to do is just like the first lap, we want to start charging right down the middle of this kind of down ramp from the stairwell to this whole half pipe situation. Then let go, then start our charge up again here, and then shoot out. So here, you could usually either get the chili or the swordsman. The chili isn't here right now. If you get the chili, basically what you do is you'll have the ice power up. You'll start boosting on that turn of the half pipe, and on this turn, of course, you know, boosting pretty moderately around here. You want to go down the middle. You want to hit that right in that area that I explained in the first lap, and then you want to turn, and then, you know, you'll just do your side boost, side charge down this area, and then let go just like normal. That'll be fine. You will never get hit by the iced guy if you do have the ice power up. Although the one thing that can happen though is you'll get the ice, and then you might get cut by the swordsman that I just sucked up. To avoid that, you want to try to boost onto this turn as quick as possible to try to avoid him, and then maybe you can ice him back before he cuts you. If that happens, you'll kind of just go stagnant for a second, and you won't be able to, you know, really turn and move very quickly, unfortunately. So hopefully that won't happen. But yeah, so if you get the sword, however, the sword is good. You'll cut through all these enemies, the ice, and that second blade knight, the second swordsman. And then you'll come around here just like you would usually. Turn, start doing your side charging, but this second chili that's actually right behind the camera right now can sometimes ice you. And if he ices you, you'll get shot, and you'll break out of your side charge, and you'll run straight into this wall up here. So you want to make sure that doesn't happen by getting this really good angle that I have right here. If that does happen, you could still, you know, you lose a couple seconds from it, but you could still, you know, save yourself, just start snaking, and then, you know, do basically the strats that you did in that first lap around the walls in this area, instead of doing this where you let go and you start, you know, charging and holding right and, you know, let your momentum carry you past the wall. Just do like what we did in the first lap. But yeah, if you are able to get past that second chili, then you're good. You could do the same strats that we did in the second lap against that wall where you just let your momentum carry you. And then you can also cut through these fire elephants. Another thing, if let's say your sword runs out a little bit before this and you grab one of those fire elephants, that's okay because it will run out before you have to get the sword. And that's the same thing. That also works for the second lap as well. So now, your sword should run out around here unless you're really fast. Sometimes it will be able to last up until these fire elephants, but usually it won't. And if it doesn't, like it doesn't for me, you basically want to have a straight shot right in between these two fire elephants. You want to hit this pad as soon as you can to turn off the lasers, then go past them and then wait a little bit past them, like until you don't see either of them, to start your snaking. Because you don't want to grab one of those fire elephants. You won't be able to get rid of it before it's time for the sword. So get on these. Get on this far left red rail as always. Then move over here. Do our 2 boosts in a row. Go off of the rail. Wait a little bit. And then start turning and charging to grab our swordsman. Do the side charge. Go into the cave with that momentum, cut through that as always, cut through these dales. Now watch out, because if you hit these dales, they can stun you, and they could make you not move as fast. You'll basically just go forward a little bit, and you'll go a little slow. So watch out. You don't want to hit those. So do the boost off here, do the boost there, take it around, do your charge and turn. Just keep on doing that. Now here, there might be a garbage enemy around here. Usually, I believe it's a Waddle Dee. You could just shoot him and then get the chili. You'll usually always be able to get the chili here, which is fine. I didn't do it right here, but as always, remember to start boosting or start pressing A around these corners, especially this one. Start, tap it pretty furiously. Around here, you don't want to do that. Basically, what that did is it threw me up a little bit. You saw that? It could have thrown me up even more. Luckily it didn't, and I was able to, get back from it. But as always, just tap moderately on that last corner. You don't want to get flown up and have your run killed. Luckily I was all right. And then here you go, get right in the middle of it and then start charging and then turn to the left here. And that will put you up in a nice situation to just hit both of those green boosts and end it off there. So now we're going to go through a recap of this whole level. Here we go. So starting off, don't charge all the way. Fly off of there and start hitting A while you're facing that wall. Start charging and letting go right past the walls and then go right down the middle, but make sure you don't hit that fire elephant. Grab that swordsman, get to the leftmost rail. Find a rail that works for you. This third to the right one always works for me. Snap to your angle. Don't move around too much while you're going down with your side charge. Let go. Do a couple snakes in there. I do about 3. Shoot off after that bridge. Now start charging up around there. Charge, let go, grab the chili. You always get the chili on the first lap. Moderately tap A around that last turn. Go through those 2 green boosts. Hold left to use your momentum around that one wall back there. You could side charge into both of those chilies. Get into this left rail, then go into the right rail. Wait a little bit and then turn to get that swordsman. Let go right as soon as the cave entrance opens. Boost onto this bridge again, then boost off again. Then start doing your charges. There you go. Charge as soon as the stairwell ends right in the middle of that down ramp. Start tapping A pretty crazy right there. Moderately there. Hit it right on that left purple arrow on the green pad. By the way, if I didn't explain it, the green pad with the purple arrows does make the walls move away. And you can clip through those walls, but it doesn't matter because the walls are still confined within the level. So wait a little bit, and then turn again to grab that swordsman. Use your momentum to, slide right past that wall. Watch out to not hit those dales, but cut through them. Start tapping A around that corner. Right here, get the chili. Shoot off any fodder enemies that are in your way. Hit that, and then end off with the side charge into those last 2 green boosts. Thank you for watching. If I have anything else to put at this end of this video, I will. But I hope that helped. If you have any questions, message me on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, whatever. I'll be more than happy to help you. I really hope this helped you out with any of your strats. And thanks very much for watching.